Hey guys, my name is Justin and welcome to Healthboro, where we care about the design behind designer luxury. And if you do, make sure to subscribe right there. So for today's video, I thought it would be fun to react to the Louis Vuitton men's runway for spring-summer 23. I know I very rarely talk about Louis Vuitton, mainly because it's just not my brand, but I did have, or I do, I guess, I do have a lot of respect for Virgil Abloh. And of course, he passed last November. So I was just really curious about what the men's runway, since he was the creative director of the men's side of Louis Vuitton, what the men's runway would look like after his passing. If they would kind of continue on the same spirit, if they would take a step away. I don't know, I was just kind of curious. I don't think they've named a creative director, so I think this is just the Louis Vuitton team coming together and creating a collection. I don't know, let's talk about it. Oh, I was only gonna react to the actual runway part of it, but they have the marching band from FAMU. That's cool. Okay, well I'm gonna listen to this later. What I find interesting is that they're still referencing a lot of black culture. Was this maybe a plan that Virgil had for them to continue on? I hope. Otherwise, are they just capitalizing on black culture? I don't know. I feel like I read something about Virgil saying he left a plan for what he saw the future for the brands he was working with, but I don't know, I could have made that up. I'm still jet lagged. Yeah, so I'm gonna enjoy this later. I'll probably watch it on my TV actually. Okay, here we are. Look at this. This runway's insane. It looks like a Hot Wheels track. It does. Okay, so let's see. Immediately we see a suit with a strong shoulder. What is that? It's a briefcase. It has a mirror edge. God, I love this track. It's so stupid. I love the effect of the spikes on the hem of the shirt and then the sleeves of the jacket. It does kind of feel Flintstones-y to me, but you know. Hey, the hems are super spiky, which reminds me of the edge of a paper bag or something. It feels kind of Flintstonesy. But then this bag, it has a little bit of volume. It looks a little bit puffy. I don't know, I feel like there's puffy everywhere, which is also kind of insane because this is for spring, summer, but you know, whatever. Yeah, see, you can see there's the embossed fleurs going around the bottom corners, and then the monogram is embossed as well. I think this is a really nice bag. I love when bags have matching hardware. I actually just put out the Louis men's spring summer 23 runway, my reaction to that. Jonathan Anderson, he definitely did the whole oh, this bag is yellow, the chain is yellow, the strap is yellow, all the hardware is yellow, and then I'm seeing the same thing here, and I do like that. Wait a second, that looks like a little lunchbox. It's the same style as the bag before with the embossed fleurs on the edges, but I don't know, the way he's carrying it just makes me think of a lunchbox. Oh my god, look at that! I don't know if that's actually meant to be a bag or if it's just a prop that's being held. The way they film this is so annoying. You're gonna see a lot of skipping around, I'm sorry. They keep going back to earlier looks. Oh! I think that's Kendrick Lamar. Is that Naomi? Does she have a little fan? That's precious. There's just a break from the fashion show to look at Kendrick and Naomi. Hold on. I don't know who did the editing, and no offense, because I'm sure you're a professional editor, and you make so much more money than most people. Well, I don't know, maybe not. I don't know how creatives get paid in the luxury field. But this feels so disjointed and I'm so confused. And I'm not nearly as tired as when I filmed the Loewe video. But since I'm already paused here, let's take a look at this jacket. I love this jacket. It's insane. It's melting. Okay, here's the thing. I feel we're starting to see a lot of surrealism in some of these different brands, and I feel we're gonna start seeing more surrealism, and we're gonna start seeing more weird things. This reminds me of Salvador Dali's melting clocks, because these pockets are melting. It looks like Nickelodeon slime. I mean, I love this, and I don't know, I think I actually would wear it. Oh my gosh, this editing is insane. There's nothing coherent happening. They definitely are still following in the footsteps of what Virgil Abloh had done obviously by incorporating so many parts of Black culture into this. I guess it just comes down to like whether or not he like created some sort of plan or like a framework for them to work moving forward. Otherwise, I'm just like, I understand like the house was already heading in a certain direction and like they probably already had like ideas for the next one, but it just seems very like, yeah, let's use Black culture to make money. I don't know. I'm getting like weird vibes, and maybe it's just because I know Virgil Abloh's not with us anymore, but I'm getting like weird vibes from this collection. That being said, let's just keep going. What the heck was that? Okay, literally, what is going on here? It is like a beanie, but then like it's the shape like, oh, there's like ears on it, but then I don't know what. It looks like a zombie. It looks like these are little like pool toys attached to like a chain for the hat. I don't know what's happening, you guys. I don't know how I feel about this. Oh my god. Okay, again, we're seeing like a whole like folded paper theme again, with like paper airplanes just covering this suit. I guess there was in the last runway, like the one that was last planned out before Virgil Abloh died. There was like white kites attached to some of the outfits, I think, right? Like it was like all white outfits with like white kites, and I see like the connection there, the idea of like flight. Okay. I do not necessarily understand this. This hat looks like it's literally like the excess of a pair of pants. Like you know, when you have to hem a pair of pants, you just cut it off, right? It looks like you took an excess of that and then you like sewed it shut and folded it up and then turned it into a hat. That's what it looks like to me. Like I get it's maybe trying to look like a folded paper hat or like a paper boat turned into a hat or something like that, but I do not jive with this. And then I'm not really into this like black and green monogram like duffel bag. Oh, I get it. Some of the beads are like LV. I don't know. It's so interesting because it looks very like tangential. What is a normal word people use? But like it looks very like derivative. I don't know. That's the most normal I can get. I'm sorry. But like it looks derivative of like what Virgil Abloh had been doing with these interesting shapes, inclusion of like motoculture, whimsy with air, and things like that. Like it looks so similar, but I feel like maybe I'm entirely wrong, but I feel like Virgil had nothing to do with this, and it's just them using the same themes, and then it maybe not working as well, in my opinion. I don't know, maybe I'm just a hater. I do like this bag. It looks like a little silver pinata, like geometric pinata or something. Oh, it's a diamond made out of alligator. I like it less. Oh my god, I love this. Nope, go back. What is that? It looks like a barista apron. Or I guess just a regular apron, but like put over a suit with like a weird inflatable neck. Or maybe it's just like a puffy turtleneck. I don't know. I love this look. I don't get it. I don't get it. But I love it. Okay, I'm back in. I love this. Again, I do not like this print. This print reminds me of like something that like my mom had on a shift dress from Ann Taylor Loft, which like R.I.P. Ann Taylor Loft. Not my mom. My mom's still here. Wait, did Ann Taylor Loft close? Is this important that we need to know now? Yes. Oh, just kidding. Ann Taylor Loft is alive and well. Never mind. I take it back. But it still does look like a print from Ann Taylor Loft. Maybe I'm just not seeing the details because I'm not like looking at it up close or in person or anything, but I do like the shape of this. It's like it looks like a long vest or like a sleeveless coat, something you would call like that, but then it has like the utilitarian, like those like big pockets, but they're flat. And while I don't like this pattern, I do like how the pattern is interacting with the structure of this vest or long coat without sleeves, whatever you want to call it. Ooh, I like this. It looks like a potato chip bag. A PVC like clear plastic bag that they printed Louis Vuitton and like some illustration on it. But it looks like a potato chip bag. I would love to fill that with potato chips and eat potato chips out of a Louis Vuitton, whatever this is. See, I don't know how I feel about this. A giant speaker with these like gramophone type like speaker head things. I loved it when it was the kite. I loved it when it was all these like weird things. I think there was like even like wings. Honestly, I think I'm just a hater. Normally I love these like ridiculous things that like aren't meant for commercial sale, but I'm like, okay. Okay. I know I was like making fun of those beads before, and these aren't the same beads, but like on this suit, the tie done, or I think it's the tie that's around the waist and then it goes down, there's like these large bead type things. I actually do like this look. Because then it also has that kind of like, it's almost like a sailor-y neckerchief kind of thing with like points. I don't know. Oh, this is the same look with the potato chips. So I'm just a fan of this whole look. I think it's the potato chips that sell it for me. What is that? I love that little bag. It's cute. It looks like a little, like one of those, like, take me home today, like a little doll with, like, the plastic window and has, like, a box with a handle. That's what it looks like. I just think it's funny. Again, this tie with, like, these, like, big beads. This... I'm gonna show it again. This is stupid. Wait, I want to see it. I want to see it. Do I need to go backwards? I need to go backwards. They never show it clearly. This is like, so stupid. It looks like a A-line parka, like, but it looks like a raincoat, and they just have the hood drawn like on the model, and his head is just like. I love it. It's like when you have a dog that's like you're putting on a sweater on your dog, and their head gets to like the hole, but it doesn't fit in, and they don't want to go in, so their head's just like peeking out. Ooh, I like that. As we all know, Louis Vuitton's well known for their suitcases, their luggage. So of course, like the hard-sided luggage with the monogram, the brown trim, that's what they're well known for. But I love this because it looks like a little toolbox. Oh, that's interesting. Yes, let's show things for 2 seconds at a time. So this blazer, it looks like it's probably maybe blue or gray underneath, and then they just coated it. It looks like it might even just be like latex paint, so it's left to like chip and crack. My tabby collection video, I talked about, it's like a black tabby, but then it's painted white. And I love that effect because like when you have something that very obviously it's chipping, and then as you wear it, it's going to chip more, it's going to show signs of wear more. So then for me, like that means that one of the materials used is time, where like you're adding your personal essence to this garment. It is your garment because you made these changes because you wore it. And I do love that. And I do think it's hilarious that they have a little like nylon hood that has horns on it peeking out of it. I don't know if it's attached to the jacket. I don't necessarily think it's great, but I do like the humor in it. Okay, these speakers I am into. Okay, here we go. I'll talk about this. So this speaker, I don't know what the right term for the speaker is, but like the part where like the speaker's supposed to be, it has that fleur and it's in this like, I love this contrast of like this like minty, like it's almost like a neon minty kind of green on this like soft gray, and then the horns are silver, and I think the composition is a lot better because then there's some, I don't know, it looks more interesting. They're just doing whatever they want. They're showing looks from the beginning of the show, you know, it's fine. Oh, interesting. So I'm just gonna be talking about the Loewe Spring Summer 23 men's a lot because I'm seeing a lot of like parallels. In that collection we saw like it was a monochromatic coat with like the different like details kind of like attached to it. That being said, there were more realistic details, and the fact that they were monochromatic made it kind of like fade away, so you got just the weirdness from the depth or the change in texture on the coat. But then here we have this white jacket, it has almost like, it's just cartoon versions of, you know, scissors, saws, the logo, whatever tools, and they're kind of just attached to it. And like, I know it's not fair really to like contrast the two, but for me, like the realism in a way of the actual, they looked like things that were actually attached to the coat in Loewe, added to the surrealness of it. This just kind of looks like very like childish. You know, you attach your toys to your dad's jacket or something like that, and I'm like not really feeling it. I'm like not feeling a lot of this, which is wild because every collection that Virgil Abloh had done, I loved it, as wild as it was. Or like, I didn't love everything, but I loved a lot of it, and I saw like a lot of humor and things like that, but some of this is just kind of like ridiculous. I still love that bag. That's the dumbest thing. I love that. It's like a potato, it's meant to, you're supposed to put potato chips in there, I'm sorry. Sorry if you're British, crisps. Oh, come on! Oh my god, who filmed this? But like, this bag is in the shape of like a little, like, a delivery truck from the 20s, like, that's great. It's derivative. We've seen it before. We've seen it in a monogram airplane, and there's been a lot of things where it's like you're taking an object and then turning it into something else. But I do love this, especially because they put the hardware of the corners on like the back of the truck, so it's like obviously a case, like a hard side case. I love that. That's great. Would it have been more impactful for me if they just left it as the monogram? I think so. Oh, so I know I already talked about a jacket like this, but this one, I think it's a clearer look. It looks like it's meant to be like a NASCAR type jacket. But again, we have like the waves and the way that the color flows on the garment. I love it. And the pockets are melting away. Oh my god, and I like this color way better. It's like black gray, and I love highlighter yellow combined with like black and gray. It just seems like it's not supposed to be there, and that's why I like it so much. Like in nature, when things are black and yellow, it's meant to be a warning. That's kind of what it feels like to me. Oh! Okay, so we've probably seen a couple of these bags go, but the camera work for me is just like not pointing out the details. I don't love this, but I like it a lot. I love that it's like this like, not oblong, but like this like angular kind of shaped bag. And I assume that's like a shoulder or crossbody strap that they just turned into like a hand carry. But then it looks like there's like a spot for like a rolled up magazine, but maybe it's like for a water bottle or something like that. But I do like that. I do love when bags don't have a traditional like rectangular shape. I do think it's been done better by Virgil in an earlier collection, but I do like it. Oh, I do like this. It looks like they like added an effect to the fabric. Like it looks almost like a laser cut kind of effect, because you can see like the actual texture. But this print, it looks very similar to, if not the same print that I said looked like Ann Taylor Loft. But I like this one because it's actually adding texture, and I don't know, it's making me question like, oh, is there like a sheer material on top of this coat? Or is it just like an applique that's like been added on across like the whole fabric, like the whole textile to give it texture? And I like that. I like when I don't know what something is. I think it's really cool. A thought occurred to me. I'm wondering if like all of these looks that we're seeing now, and now it's kind of making sense to me, but like, are they all like an homage to all of the work that Virgil Abloh had done? But then like now, because we're seeing like it's now in an homage form, it's less interesting to me, so then I'm like ragging on it a bit. Cause like we've seen this floral motif happen like a few years back, or something very similar to it. And like, of course, like a lot of the themes that we're seeing look very similar, so I'm wondering if this is like an homage collection, which in that case, oops. I mean, I would have said like the same thing about like the collections before, like they're not for me, they're not my thing, but I do appreciate them. But they were also like more new, you know. Oh my god, y'all. They are like showing the same outfit again and again. Oh, okay, and this is like just the final walkthrough, I think. Yeah. Cool. Alright, so that was it. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what noise I just made. But yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. It feels very like, I think I need a little bit more backstory. I did look up and saw that it was an homage to, like it was an homage collection to Virgil Abloh. And it was the team showcasing like everything that he taught them. That doesn't change how I feel about it. I definitely appreciate and saw it, and I could see his spirit alive in those garments, in like the techniques and in some of the ways of thinking. But I do think that he was a Black American man who lived a life and understood all of like the nuances of like Black American culture and what it was like being a Black man in America, which he absolutely, you know, it was infused in his collections. You could feel it. And I don't know, I feel like there was just something missing from that collection. And I think it was not that his spirit wasn't there, because he did teach that team how to do what they did, but it just kind of, I don't know, it missed maybe his like sense of detail or the storytelling that he would have had. I don't think that's anything to discredit the team or anything like that, or the relationship they had, but I do think like now, knowing that it for sure is an homage collection, I think the concept of it is quite beautiful. But again, it is what it is, and it was just derivative ideas, which is, again, in concept beautiful, but it was a little boring for me, and I didn't like have super high expectations, but I guess I should have expected what I saw. So I don't know, it's fine. But yeah, I don't know. Let me know how you guys feel. Do you agree with me, or are you like, Justin, shut up? Which is also fine. I don't know. Please don't hate me for saying like all of the opinions I just gave, but I just wanted to go in blind. But yeah, let me know. Share your opinions. You can tell me I'm stupid. It's fine. I love hearing from you guys, even if it's to tell me that you think I'm stupid. But that is all I have for you today. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. It lets me know that you like this kind of content and that you too care about the design behind design and luxury. Until next time, I don't know.